National Security Advisor John Bolton, plus rare remarks from former special counsel Jack Smith, who investigated President Donald Trump in two separate federal investigations. Smith blasting the idea earlier today that politics would have played any role in his cases.
The idea that politics would play a role in big cases like this, it's absolutely ludicrous, and it's totally contrary to my experience as a prosecutor from, the time I was a junior prosecutor.
CNN's Katelyn Polantz and Evan Perez are here to discuss the reporting. Katelyn, let's start with the Justice Department investigation into John Bolton, Donald Trump's former national security advisor. You and Evan have some new details as to what the Justice Department is actually investigating.
Yeah, Jake, what we're understanding now is more about John Bolton's AOL account, his email. In that email account, we understand from our sources is that John Bolton was making notes essentially in real time when he was serving as Donald Trump's national security advisor in the first Trump administration. And those notes at one point were described to me sort of like a diary entry on some days. They might not be every day, but they're summaries of what he was experiencing. And that is a big part of what this classified investigation of potential mishandling of classified records investigation around Bolton is. It's not just the idea that Donald Trump was angry over his book and that he went through a classification process to make sure his book manuscript was okay to publish. There's this other thing, a driving force of this investigation for many years that make it a serious thing that Bolton could be charged with as soon as this week.
And Evan, do your sources in the Justice Department think this is actually possibly a legitimate investigation and case?
Yeah, I think you see the difference between this case and some of the other ones that have been brought recently. Certainly when talking to sources in the Justice Department, you get the sense that career prosecutors are very much on board with this case, Jake. And part of it, you can see in the court filings where they describe the markings on documents that they recovered, including ones labeled secret and classified. So that's part of what is driving this case in a different way than what you saw in the Letitia James and the James Comey case.
And Katelyn, let's go on to those rare remarks from the former special counsel Jack Smith. What do you make of the fact that not only is he speaking publicly, he's saying on the record politics did not play any role in his investigations into President Trump?
Yeah, he says it's absolutely ludicrous that politics would have played a role, and that is a classic prosecutor. That's what you would hear from nearly everyone who's come through the Justice Department.
I've never heard a prosecutor say anything but.
Exactly. But it is interesting that he's out there talking about this because at this very moment, we have the House Judiciary Committee, the chair, Jim Jordan, saying that they want to talk to Jack Smith. They want to bring him in for testimony in some way.